Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to demystify exactly why your pool might be turning green despite your absolute best efforts with pool chemicals. We've all been there, right? And the culprit is usually something you can't even see, leaving you wondering if you literally need an advanced chemistry degree just to go for a quick swim.
So let's dive into this incredibly frustrating scenario. You know the drill. You dutifully take your water sample, test it, and the chlorine reads perfectly fine. By all accounts, you should have a sparkling oasis. But instead, the algae just persists. The water gets cloudy, and you're left completely frustrated, wondering what on earth went wrong. Well, you're likely experiencing what the industry calls a chemical block. To solve this mystery, let's look at today's agenda. We're going to uncover the hidden pool culprit, break down the science of chlorine lock, look at the dangers of high CYA, and finally, cover the traditional dilution method, alongside some alternative CYA reduction methods. Section 1. The hidden pool culprit. The sneaky chemical causing this massive headache for so many pool owners is cyanuric acid, commonly known as CYA or pool stabilizer. Basically, CYA acts like sunscreen for your pool. It starts off as a tremendously helpful addition, keeping those active sanitizers from burning off under the harsh UV rays of the sun. But, here's the catch. When those levels creep up, particularly over 100 parts per million, it actually acts less like a sunscreen and way more like a chemical straitjacket. It binds up the chlorine so tightly that it can no longer do its job of sanitizing your water. So you might be wondering, where is all this CYA coming from in the first place? Well, it's likely coming right from your chlorine bucket. Your immediate first step when facing a chemical block is to stop adding to the problem. Stop using stabilized chlorines like trichlor or dichlor. To give you an idea of how fast this stuff builds up, adding just 1 single pound of trichlor to a 10,000-gallon pool adds 6 parts per million of CYA. And as water evaporates, the CYA just stays behind, building up day after day. You need to immediately switch to an unstabilized chlorine, like liquid bleach or Cal Hypo, to prevent the situation from getting worse. Okay, to truly master our water chemistry, we need to look a bit closer at the underlying science. Section 2, Science of Chlorine Lock. When we look at the numbers, you don't actually need that much CYA to get the benefits. The first 5 parts per million of CYA do the absolute heavy lifting to retain your chlorine in the sun. Adding more past 20 parts per million offers very little extra UV protection, but it drastically increases that negative binding effect on your sanitizer. More is definitely not better when it comes to stabilizer. And the chemistry gets even trickier when we introduce pH into the mix. The data reveals exactly what happens to hypochlorous acid, or HOCl, which is the actual active, killing form of chlorine in your water. Now, high CYA is already binding up your chlorine, but if your pH drifts upward above 7.0, the percentage of that active killing chlorine plummets even further. So if you have high CYA and a high pH, your chlorine is essentially totally disarmed. Now, a locked pool isn't just an aesthetic nuisance that ruins your weekend pool party. It represents a very real, serious public health hazard. Section 3. Dangers of high CYA. When chlorine is rendered completely ineffective by high CYA, dangerous pathogens can just take over. This number is pretty staggering. Even in a pool with 1 part per million of free chlorine and absolutely no CYA, a dangerous pathogen like the Cryptosporidium protozoan can survive for an astonishing 10.6 days in the water. 10.5 days. Now imagine adding a CYA chemical block to that water. The kill times for bacteria and viruses stretch from minutes to hours or even days. So the crucial point here is establishing a safe limit. To keep your free chlorine at least as effective against pathogens like Giardia as standard municipal chloramine, you have to maintain a strict ratio. The science tells us you must never exceed a 14:1 ratio of cyanuric acid to free available chlorine. If your CYA is creeping up, you either have to drastically raise your chlorine levels to compensate, or much more practically, you just have to lower the CYA. Now that we understand the severe consequences of chlorine lock, let's explore the absolute most reliable way to fix it. Section 4. The traditional dilution method. The tried and true method is the dilution strategy. Dilution is literally the simplest and most foolproof method out there. First, test your CYA levels so you know your starting point. You're really aiming for an ideal range of 30 to 50 parts per million. Then, simply drain a portion of your pool water using a submersible pump or your filter's waste setting. But hey, a major rule of thumb here, never drain below the skimmer line to protect your pump from running dry. Once you've removed some of the locked water, just refill it with fresh tap water. You might have to repeat this a few times, but it is practically guaranteed to bring your CYA levels down. But what if you can't drain your pool? Maybe you live in an area with strict regional water restrictions, or you have a really high water table. Let's look at the alternative methods. Section 5. Alternative CYA reduction methods. The first alternative is a biological reducer, like bioactive. Now, this is a living organism designed to actually eat away the CYA, so it requires highly specific parameters to survive. The water temperature must be above 65 degrees Fahrenheit, the pH strictly between 7.2 and 7.8, and chlorine kept right between 1 and 5 parts per million. You also have to remember to empty out any chlorine floaters a full 72 hours before you begin. You pour the pouch into the skimmer, run the pump, and just let it work its magic over the next week. It's great because it requires zero draining. But be warned, if your water chemistry is off by just a little bit, the biological agents simply won't survive the treatment. Alternatively, there's a relatively new chemical process using aluminum sulfate, or alum. This acts as a flocculant, essentially clumping the whole problem together. But the parameters here are even stricter. Your pH must be exactly 7.0, and the water has to be between 70 and 90 degrees. You add 8.33 pounds of alum per 10,000 gallons of water. Then, you run the pump on recirculate for just 2 hours and turn it completely off for 12 hours. The alum bonds to the CYA and literally sinks it to the pool floor in this cloudy mass. The next day, you very carefully, manually vacuum that waste right out of the pool. So it's fast, for sure, but it is highly labor-intensive. Now, for a high-end technological approach, you can actually hire a mobile reverse osmosis filtration service. They park a trailer right by your pool and run the water through a semi-permeable membrane. This physically removes the CYA alongside any excess calcium and total dissolved solids. It is incredible for saving your total pool water volume, though it does create about 2 gallons of wastewater for every 1 gallon it perfectly filters. It's highly effective, absolutely, but it is by far the most expensive option on the table. When choosing your solution, you really have to weigh your options carefully. Dilution is cheap and effective, but, well, it wastes water. Chemical reducers save water but are incredibly parameter dependent. The alum method is fast but requires some heavy manual vacuuming. And reverse osmosis saves your pool water but requires a pretty hefty budget. By looking at these side by side, you can navigate your local water laws, your budget, and your own willingness to do manual labor to finally break that chemical block. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. The absolute key takeaway from everything we've looked at today is the critical importance of regular, accurate water testing. Are you actively taking control of your water chemistry, analyzing the data, and treating the root cause? Or are you just blindly dumping more and more stabilized chlorine into a locked pool, hoping for a different result? Don't let a hidden culprit ruin your summer. Take control of your numbers, dictate your chemistry, and get back to enjoying that crystal clear water. Thanks so much for joining me.